So it is lack of prioritizing that will make you to carry all your finances to purchase an item at the expense of one that is of high importance to you. So you have to prioritize, first and foremost, identify your needs, then prioritize your needs. If I don't do this now, I can do it in future.
Hi guys, welcome back to Real Talk with Ejay. We are here speaking with the queen herself, Mrs. Okpo, and we're talking about money management, wealth management. What are those things that we are doing wrong that is keeping us stranded financially? So I have a question. What do you think are the 3 or 4 money myths, the ideas that we believe about money that is not true? People feel like money is this, money is that, but it's not. It's far from the truth. Like some people say, like money is supposed to be, like you said, money is supposed to serve you, not you serving money. So a lot of people have grown to feel like, okay, I have to get the money. Money is, without this I can't survive. Without this, but can we really truly survive without money? Is it so important in our lives?
Well, before now, there was a means of trade.
Yeah.
Actually, how money came to be. People were trading by exchange.
Yeah.
So it got to a point where the exchange could no longer work because, if somebody has, like, you have chicken, you have eggs, and then this other person has vegetables, So how do you quantify what number of eggs can you give for a bunch of vegetable, And then if you have to give somebody, or maybe they want to give half a goat, this your land is what half a goat. So how do you begin to divide the goat, into two? So it becomes, at that time, it became very necessary to have a symbol, that developed into what we call money today. The myth about money to some people, people have different ideas about money. To some people, they feel that money is for spending. This money is for spending. But your money, actually, like I said earlier on, include your seed. Your seed is there. So be careful to take out your seed. It's like when you have a planting season, the farmer doesn't eat all the seeds. He keeps some for the next planting season. So if you eat up your seed, you won't have anything to plant. Then also, people feel that money is the root of all evil. No. Money is not the root of all evil. It's the love of it. It's the love of it.
That's a good one.
There are some people that love money so much that they are ready to do anything to get it. And if you are ready to do anything to get money, then be ready to do anything to keep it.
Yep.
So, and then another thing that myth about money that people don't understand. Money doesn't really belong to anybody.
Interesting.
Money doesn't belong to anybody. To expatiate that further, like you have 1,000 naira note, and they say this 1,000 naira is my own.
And put your name on it.
And put your name on it. When you spend it,
it goes to somebody else.
So your name will just be going around. It may not even come back to you
ever.
So money doesn't belong to anybody. And then another mistake people make is, our interpretation of money. Like Nakon said, biarako. There are some people that the interpretation means kill the money. Kill the money, spoil the money. So our interpretation, our connection, the way we address money also matters. Because it's spoken word. We are speaking it.
To be.
And another thing, money has wings. it
flies. Yeah.
It flies.
Yeah.
So that is where the management comes in.
Yeah.
It flies, And over the years, like you did mention, I like keeping track of my expenses. Because sometimes you can have 100,000, for instance, and before you know it, it's gone.
And you don't know what you spent.
And you sit down and be cracking your head. What in God's name did I use? The 100,000 that somebody just gave me yesterday.
Yeah.
If it's not taking, depression can set in.
Yeah.
You feel so bad that you had 100,000.
Yeah. You can't account for it.
You can't account for it. You don't know how you spent it. Yeah. It's gone. You know. But when you are careful to put it down. Yeah. Okay. I spent X naira on this. I spent Y naira on that. Yeah. So anytime that thought comes to you, I had 100,000, you blew it. You just refer to your note. Okay.
This is where it went to, and it helps you track.
And then it helps to track the money. Yeah. And it will give you a peace of mind that the money was not frivolously spent.
Yeah.
Because when you spend money frivolously, it will run away from you.
Yes, and I think just to
finally, people chase after money.
Run after money. Chase this money.
Yeah, chase it. The more you chase it, the more
it runs away from you. I think when I heard that, I think my thoughts on that quote is, if you chase after money, you are never going to catch it.
At all.
So what you do, you have to stand and manifest something in you that would attract the money, and then the money now comes to you. Another thing that you said about money does not belong to you. I believe that we are all, like you said, we are all, like as a child of God, you are a vessel, and we are a vessel and a channel. So whatever money comes to you, is God has sent that money through you for an errand.
Yes.
So it doesn't belong to you. So He's the one that gave you the money. So He will tell you, okay, this 10,000 give to this person, 20,000 give to that person. And the moment you now hoard it, you say, no, God, I just got this money just now. If I give 10,000, I only have like 90,000 left from this 100,000. You are blocking the flow that God wanted to use you to do in the world.
Exactly.
And then when you do that, there's a clog. It's like having your hands full. If I give you a pack of sweets, your hands are full. I can't give you more if your hands are not empty, because you don't have space to hold it. So as money is coming in, it has to go to different channels to go on the mission to accomplish what is meant to accomplish. The more you keep giving, the more God can trust you to be using you, and then that's how you grow.
Exactly.
That's how you grow financially. So now, looking at us now, the millennials, we're all talking about cryptocurrency. Do you think that's the real financial future, cryptocurrency? How well do you think is it positive or negative? Why are we so craving about it, and is that a good thing?
Honestly, that cryptocurrency thing, I've tried to gain understanding into it, but I just can't keep track.
Yeah.
Someone like me, I like to know where my money is going to. A situation where they said your money is virtual.
It's hanging in the air.
It's on the system.
Yeah.
Who is keeping it? It's just there. How is it spent? You don't know.
Yeah.
They call it finances of the future.
Yeah.
Well, we in the older generation, we like to see where our money is going to and where our money is being kept. So it's something that if it's properly developed, because right now the information about it, the vibe about it is that is used by fraudsters to hide a lot of fraudulent transactions, because when it goes into crypto, it cannot be traced. Cannot be tracked.
That
it becomes virtual. So they know how they use the system to trace or track. But with the older generation, we don't have that understanding. But that is why a lot of countries are banning it. For instance, Nigeria, banned banned crypto. I think the cryptocurrency or the Bitcoin or whatever. Other countries are following suit. So I'm thinking that if it was something that was in the best interest of the public, it should not have been banned. But maybe never can say in the future, people will come to understand it better and then be able to use it. But right now, it's still, hazy for a lot of people.
Okay. So I have money and I want to invest. Where do you think I should invest in? What kind of investment do you believe is going to yield a more profitable return?
There are so many types of investment, There are so many types of investment. There are low risk investment.
Yeah.
Of course, when you go into low risk investment, then the returns is going to be low.
Yeah.
There are medium risk investment, there's high risk investment. High risk investment pays better, but you stand the risk of losing your money.
Yeah.
So it depends on your,
capacity.
Not just capacity, your mindset. What do you want?
Yeah.
Because you don't just get up and say, okay, I want to invest.
Yeah.
You must identify, why do you want to invest?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to invest so that I can pay my child's university fees in Harvard in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
That's why you are investing. Okay, you have a goal.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, you have to identify your goal.
Yeah.
Or you want to build a house.
Yeah.
Or you want to go on, a luxury holiday.
Yeah.
It depends on what you want. It depends on your goal.
Yeah.
Your goal will determine your time frame, and then the returns you are going to get on your.
So you don't just invest randomly. Like, there's an investment here. Come and put your money here. You now go and put your money in it.
Of course, before you go into any investment, you have to take time to study that investment.
Yeah.
You have to take time to study.
Yeah.
What is their track record like? Even the company, because there are lots of investment company around.
Yeah.
You do your research on the investment company, and then what has been their success story?
Yeah.
What have they been paying returns?
Yeah.
What have their returns been like? All these things are important when you are thinking about an investment. So that will help you to decide, okay, I'm going to put in this investment for 2 years, for 3 years.
Yeah.
But the longer the goal, the longer the tenure, the more risky it is.
So between fixed deposits and treasury bills, where do you think, where should one lean more towards, in your personal opinion?
Well, every investment have their limited funds.
Okay.
So you can't have 50,000 and said you want to go. There are some investments that have their targets.
Yeah.
The limit of the fund. The minimum you can put into this investment is this.
Yeah.
For fixed deposit, any amount can go.
Okay.
Depending on the bank.
Yeah.
But for treasury bills, they have a specific amount.
Yeah.
So fixed deposit, the rate is decided by the bank.
Yeah.
And the rates are lower. Because there's little or no risk in fixed deposit. And fixed deposit is something that you can do in a short term.
Yeah.
Maybe in a month or in 6 months or 1 year.
Yeah.
Treasury bills is annually, is yearly.
True.
So different investments have their different time frame and the different tenure.
Okay. So which one?
So it depends on the amount, and it depends on your goal.
Yeah.
And it depends on your duration.
Yes. So the younger generation that are so money conscious and money hungry, and I want to blow, they're not understanding process. What advice would you give to them to know, what financial advice would you like them to, take on and understand that they don't understand right now?
Like I used to tell a lot of people, the younger generation seems to be in such a hurry.
Yeah.
They're in a hurry, and I tell the ones that come across, I tell them that when you want to get those things, those goods, you want to build houses, you want to drive the best of cars, you are like fast forwarding your life.
Yeah.
Now, okay, if you do that now, what will you do when you are 60?
Yeah.
What capacity do you have to maintain
the money you're looking for?
That's lifestyle. Maybe, for instance, if you are like 25, 30, and if you have to live up till 80, 90, and then you get this money, whatever means now, build these houses, whatever means now, how are you going to sustain them for the next 50 years? So rather you go, you understand the process, and then you grow gradually. God is a God of process. You know, He will make you to understand a certain point, you know, before He moves you to another level. So the way God operates with us, He deals with us according to our understanding. There is certain understanding you need to have about life, you know. So if you don't have that understanding, you will falter. So for the younger generation, I would say they should be patient and learn the ropes. And learn the ropes. Because whether you like it or not, you have to go through you can't jump the gun. You have to go through that process. There has to be a period in your life where you are on ground zero. Then it is at that period in your life that ideas will start coming to you. A lot of the people that you say are running, like people like Dangote and so many people that are running large businesses now. You know, it was when they were in their ground zero that the ideas started forming in their heads. And then it started building. It started walking towards that, towards the idea that they have. And today they are where they are.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, please, Mrs. Okpo, the one and only. Thank you so much. I have learned so much from this, and I hope you guys have learned something too. I am committed to growth. I always say that I am committed and I'm addicted to growth, and I always want to learn. I always want to do better. Submitting to the process is the easiest thing you can do, because the moment you fight, when you continue to fight the process, you are going to be constantly frustrated. So the only way you can attain growth is by standing still and learning through the process. And then when you learn through the process, there's something about gradual growth. Warren Buffett said a lot of young people are broke because they are not willing to grow. They're not willing to start from just little. This is Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world. They're not willing to start little. They want it big, and they want it big, and they want it big now. But when you say, okay, fine, if you learn everything from the root, you know how to tie everything in the foundation. You know that, okay, if I build this foundation right, the mansion that I want to build will be sustained because the foundation was done right. But if you start from the top, there is no way to grow to.
There's no way to grow to.
So you're already up there. So there's so much gap
exactly.
in between. So there's nothing to grow to. So, and then when you fall, the fall is very drastic because there's nothing to cushion the fall because there was no process. But when you grow with process, so there are ladders, there are steps. Even when you fall, it's just a little bit, but you can still push yourself back up again.
And then in that period of growth, you know, you make a lot of mistakes.
Yes, definitely.
And then that mistake is part of growth. Because it will help you. You know. Like some people, you just stumble on something, you would like, okay, so this is what it is. You have learned something. You know, that is going to help you in future. So your mistakes will become stepping stones for you in the process of growing.
So let's not get upset about the mistakes, but let's look at it like this is an opportunity for growth.
Exactly.
So what did I do wrong? How can I do it better? And try it again with this new idea, and then boom, you say get your answer.
And the final that I just want to advise that you know, like I talked about identifying your priorities. You know, you don't spend more than you earn. A lot of people spend more than they earn. The strategy, you know, also like I used to tell myself, before I spend 1 naira, I have 10. If I don't have a fallback, I cannot, you know, spend all what I have. You know, and then learn to grow your finances. You know, and do something with your hands. It's not just education. Some people like, oh, because I don't have education. You know, God puts gave people different talents, put different talent into people. You know, for instance, even as a child, you know, when somebody talks to you rudely, you don't need an education to know that, oh,
that was rude.
That was rude, you know. And then you don't need an education for you to know that, oh, this dress I'm wearing is dirty. You don't need an education to know that you are hungry. You know, so there are things that comes to you naturally. You know. So there's nobody that is useless. Everybody has a talent. What can you do with your hands? You know. for instance, if you have a barbing salon, you start barbing, you know, and you barb very well. Be diligent, do it well. And then the process, you know, you can bring in something like, you know, start selling mineral. You are taking part of your proceed to invest. You know, gradually you add chin. Gradually you add meat pie. You know, you are expanding.
There's a growth process.
You know, there's a growth process. You know, so
just before we go, you said something about so. Before you spend 1,000, you have 10.
Yes.
So there are people that feel like, okay, I just gave my last card. Like, would you advise if I have just 5,000 and then somebody comes, oh, I need 5,000? And if you don't give, it now looks like, it now feels like, oh, this person is stingy. You're greedy. You have 5,000. Your brother needs 4,000, and you're not giving 4,000, or you're not giving the whole 5. Is it advisable to empty your accounts in the name of trying to give?
What does the person need the money? Is he really in need? You know, that you have to try to find out, is he really in need? And if there's anything that you can do, is to try as much as you can to avoid borrowing. Borrowing is like negative finance, it's minus. You know, I learned that quite early, that borrowing is minus. Because if you borrow 10,000 from someone, for instance, if you have 50, your money is 40 actually. Because there's a minus there for you. So you try as much as you can not to borrow. But that notwithstanding, there are some people that are really, really, really in need. You know, like you need to give a helping hand. In that case, you find out, is that person really, really, really in need? You know, then you can assist. You can assist a brother, you can assist a sister if there is very serious need. But when you are assisting as a child of God, don't assist to get returns. Just assist. But some people, you know, they'll borrow to go and buy shoes. They'll borrow to go. You know, there's this comedian that say, who first buy car, buy old model. You know, so if you buy whatever you are buying now, is old model to what is coming in future. You know, I know that as the years go by, new things, you know, technology is turning out new things. You know, the kind of phones that we are carrying now, 10 years ago, those are not the kind of phones. So who bought phone at that time? You know, so why are you in a hurry when these things are coming out every year? But rather, take time to grow. Take time to grow your finances. Take time to grow yourself. Take time to gain knowledge and understanding. You know, you will get, yours will be the newest. Yours will be the latest model. You know, and then it will come with an understanding.
True. And then one takeaway is never give out or borrow money that you can't let go of. Don't. It's like if you know that someone comes, I need to borrow 100K, and you know that you cannot give that 100K, just give it and then remove your mind from them. Don't bother.
Exactly.
Oh, guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Today was rather a mind-blowing session. Well, this is Real Talk with Ejay. I am your host again, Ejay, and I'll see you guys next time. Stick around.